The story begins with a car driver whose van suddenly hits a deer. At that time, the deer looked as if it was dead. But shortly after, the deer gets up, moving in a strange way. Looking at its eyes, it seemed as if it was not a normal deer. From here, the scene directly shifts to show us a man who is the manager of a very large fund. This man's name was Sukwo. A few years ago, he had divorced his wife. The next day is his daughter's birthday. For her birthday, she insists that he take her to Busan to meet her mother. He agrees to his daughter's wishes, and both father and daughter board the train going to Busan. Many other people were also on that train. Among them were a working-class husband, Sanghwa, his pregnant wife, Sungyeon. As soon as the train door is opened, a girl suddenly appears with a bite mark on her leg. In no time, the girl turns into a zombie on the spot, and as soon as she becomes a zombie, she bites a train attendant. As soon as she bites, the attendant turns into a zombie. Just like this, the virus starts spreading very rapidly throughout the train. Due to this, many people are caught in. Some passengers traveling on this train leave the compartment where this infection spread and go to another compartment. And now, in the compartment they go to, this zombie infection had not yet arrived. The train's news broadcast states that this zombie infection has spread not only on that train but throughout the entire country, and more people have fallen victim. And when this train stops at another station, all the passengers start running towards the city. But upon going outside, they see that the terrible infection has already spread completely there. Due to this, they run back towards the train. In the rush to get back on the train, people end up in different compartments. Then the train conductor decides to take this train towards Busan, because he had received a report that Busan was one of the few remaining cities where this infection had not yet entered. Sukwo, Sanghwa, and Yoongguk, while finding their way through the train, also meet other passengers. These 6 people together try to go to the front compartment of the train. In their efforts, they have to escape from many zombies. In the next compartment, there were many other people who were sitting there safely. And when these 6 people somehow reach that compartment with great difficulty, the selfish CEO there does not let them in. He believed that these 6 people had also become victims of the infection. And with these words, he incites the people, and all the passengers fall for his words and do not let any of them inside. And during this fight, Sanghwa sacrifices himself to the zombies so that the remaining people can get a chance to open the door and go into the safe compartment. After coming inside, the CEO there isolates those 4 people in another compartment so that if they had been infected, the other people could be saved from this infection. On the other hand, among those passengers, a girl who was quite upset because her sister Ingil had now become a zombie. That is why she deliberately opens the door where the infected people were, and as soon as this happens, chaos breaks out there. And now, only those people who were isolated in another compartment are left here. And they were Sukwo, Suan, and Sungyeon. Besides them, the CEO and a train attendant saved their lives by locking themselves in the bathroom. Then we see that the train's path was blocked. Due to this, the tracks at that station become closed. And as soon as the train stops at its designated stop, the remaining passengers set out in search of another train. And in this search, they all get separated from each other. The CEO once again starts running away from the zombies. To save his life, he throws the train driver in front of the zombies. Due to this, the driver also falls victim to the zombies, and the CEO escapes. Now, the CEO had escaped here, but a zombie had already bitten him, and he himself had turned into a zombie. And he moves forward to attack the remaining people. Sukwo fights with the CEO zombie. But during this fight, the CEO bites Sukwo. Sukwo understands here that since he has been bitten by a zombie, he is also about to turn into a zombie. Thinking this, he locks his daughter and Sungyeon in the engine room. Before leaving, he says his last words to his daughter. Now, it was obvious that Sukwo had to become a zombie. So, as soon as he becomes a full zombie, he immediately jumps off the train. Here, we see that Sukwo becomes quite emotional, and even as he dies, he remembers the moments when his daughter was very young, and he had held her in his arms. And that train finally reaches Busan, and then 2 people, Suan and Sungyeon, get off there. And these two were the only ones who had survived that train. They go forward, on the other side of which were some soldiers. And the soldiers were defending against zombies at the border. And seeing them inside that tunnel, they think that perhaps these two are zombies. And now they are just about to shoot both of them when they hear Suan's singing voice, which makes them understand that these are not zombies, but real human survivors. Suan was singing the same song that she had always wanted to sing for her father. But today, after her father's death, she was crying and singing this song in his memory, and this was a very emotional scene. And with this, the story also ends. This is Parrot Holmes, thanks for watching.